Hey guys, my name is Sierra and today we're going to be talking about Huda Beauty's new Precious Stone palettes. Now, first of all, I'm extremely thankful to be on their PR list. It seriously means the world to me that they saw something in me, and they're probably never going to see this, but if they do, thank you so much. Now, I'm sorry if it sounds a little echoey. I'm still working on my beauty room. It's a work in progress. We're going to go with it. Also, if you hear a sound, that's because I live by a public transportation train. Just deal with it. That's what it is. Anyways, let's get into it. So we're going to be doing swatches, a tutorial, and I'm going to give you my opinion on what I think about the palettes. I kid you not, I have filmed 3 YouTube videos now, and none of them have been up to my standards. I guess I'm really like a perfectionist, but you guys have been asking for them, so here I am doing it, bringing on the YouTube. This is the PR package. It has a jewel, it looks like a diamond on the front because each palette is themed from a specific gem. So there's ruby, sapphire, emerald, you know, you get the gist. We'll talk about it more in a second. There are several pictures for each palette. So we have sapphire, which is blue, amethyst, which is purple, ruby, which is red, topaz, which is orange, and emerald, which is green. I love that there's a picture of her on all of these. I mean, I love that she always uses herself when she promotes her products because, I mean, it is her brand. It's called Huda Beauty, so you go girl, you girl boss you. Okay, so you open it up and it comes out in this linear package with all of them in it. Hopefully they don't fall out. You can see all of them. This is the Sapphire palette, which is the one I used today. I will be doing a tutorial on this later in the video. If you want to just skip the review and go straight to the tutorial, I'll tell you where to go to skip to it. So as I was saying, each palette is themed off of a specific gem. So blue, which is sapphire, green, which is emerald, purple, which is amethyst, ruby, which is red, and topaz, which is orange. So these palettes have a mixture of mattes, like regular shimmers, and then foiled shimmers as well. Amethyst has 4 mattes, 2 regular shimmers, and 3 foiled shimmers. These shimmer shades in these palettes are so smooth. They're like butter. You'll see in a couple minutes when I do the swatches, but like one swipe, the pigment's there, it's bam, right in your face. It's gorgeous. I do have some of their older Obsessions palettes and I liked them, but I do think that they improved their formula because this does not feel the same as the other ones. I mean, I could be wrong, but I honestly think that there's like a difference, definitely a difference. I love the size of the Obsession palettes. They're super small, compact, easy to take with you wherever you go. There's 9 shades in them, so I mean, there's definitely enough shades to choose from. They do retail for $27, which some people I've heard say is too much for a palette that has 9 shades in it. But if you do the math and break it down by price per shade, it really is not that much. So this is $27, there's 9 shades in it, and each pan weighs 1.1 grams. If you divide 27 divided by 9, it equals $3 a shade. Now their larger palettes, they have 18 shades in them. And these weigh 1.4 grams. So I think these are $65. So if you do 65 divided by 18, it equals $3.60 per shade. So, and these do weigh a little bit more. So I mean, it's really pretty much the same. The difference that I know of between the two is that I think the formulas are probably different. Maybe, don't quote me on that. I could be wrong, but the bigger palettes, like the Desert Dust palette and the Rose Gold palette, are made in Italy, while the smaller Obsession palettes are made in China. Don't be discouraged that it's made in China. Lots of good makeup is made in China, but I do think these are probably a little bit better quality than these. But, I mean, the old ones at least. The new ones are bomb. Like, bomb. Now, for an Anastasia palette, this is the Norbino one. they have 14 shades. These only weigh 0.74 grams and they cost $42. So if you do 42 divided by 14, it comes out to $3, which is exactly the same as these, and these way less than these. Now, the Urban Decay Naked palettes come with 12 shades in them and cost $54. So if you do 54 divided by 12, it equals $4.50 a shade. These weigh 1.3 grams. So it's only 0.3 grams more than this and costs $1.50 more. I mean, there's probably differences in formulas. Maybe this formula has more expensive ingredients than this. But what I'm trying to say is $27 for 9 shades is really not that bad when you're comparing it to other palettes and their larger palettes. You're getting what you paid for. You're not paying more, you're paying actually less. But you're actually kind of paying the same price because it weighs a tiny bit less. Does that make sense? Might be rambling here, I don't know. Overall, my opinion on the palettes, they're bomb. I love them. The shimmers are incredible. You'll see for yourself in a couple of minutes. The mattes, there were a couple mattes that I had a little bit of issues with while swatching, but I only kind of put my finger in there lightly and I swatched it. It looked a little patchy. I went back in a little bit harder and went over it, and it was really nice afterwards. So they do blend really well. They have pigment, like the pigment is there, but it's buildable as well. So if you dip your brush into the product and you put it on, I mean, it's going to be bam, pigment there. But if you kind of dip in lightly and you go, you can build it easier, which is honestly what I recommend because it's easier to build product than it is to take it away. So you can go ahead and pick up these palettes on September 14th, which is probably the day that I posted this video. So if you're watching this, then you're able to go buy it right now. What I like and what I don't like about the palettes. Now, I love the size. This is really compact, it's easy, perfect for on the go, and the mirror is actually very good quality. It's easy to hold in your hand, and you know, when you're using the larger palettes, like these, it is so annoying to hold this up and try to do your makeup with them. But these ones, they fit in your hand perfectly. While doing my makeup today, I had minimal fallout, like very minimal. The most fallout I had was when I was using the shimmer shades. And the shimmer shades do work better when you use them with your finger or a wet brush. I tried with a dry brush and there was good pigment, but it just wasn't as good as when you use your finger and a wet brush. So what I don't really like about the palettes is the matte to shimmer ratio. So this one's the Topaz palette, and it has 5 shimmer shades and it has 5 matte shades and 4 shimmer shades. I think that's perfect. I prefer more matte shades in my palettes than shimmers because I don't use as many shimmers as I would mattes. Now, this one is the Emerald Obsessions palette, and it has 3 matte shades and 6 shimmers. I think that's too many shimmers. I don't need that many. I need more mattes. But that's not going to stop me from using them. I'll probably use these 3 the most. The Ruby, the Amethyst, and the Topaz. I'm not really big on blue and green eyeshadows. That's just a personal preference. I think this turned out pretty nice today, but it's not something that I normally wear. But I do think they will come in handy. Do you need all 5 of them? No, that's really up for you. That's your decision that you need to make. Okay, so now I'm going to do some swatches of all of the palettes, and then I'm going to jump into the tutorial. I'm not going to live swatch all of them because that's just going to take way too long, but just a moment, we'll get there. The Amethyst Obsessions palette is a mixture of light pink hues, mauves, and deeper violet shadows. It comes with 3 creamy matte shades and 6 duochrome shimmers. These shimmer shades go on like butter. Watch. Gorgeous. I'm terrible at swatching. We're just going to ignore that terrible swatch there. But the point is good quality. Okay, so here is a matte shade. Here are the swatches from all of the eyeshadows in the Amethyst palette. The plum matte shadow where the arrow is pointing did go on a little sheer and patchy with the first swipe, but after applying another layer I didn't have any problems at all. The Topaz Obsessions palette has a mixture of bronze, amber, and copper shadows. It comes with 5 creamy mattes and 4 duochrome shimmers. The Ruby Obsessions palette has a mixture of red, pink, and violet red shadows. It comes with 4 creamy matte shades and 5 duochrome shimmers. The Emerald Obsessions palette has a mixture of mint, olive, and green shades. It comes with 3 creamy matte shadows and 6 duochrome shimmers. The Sapphire Obsessions palette has a mixture of aqua, cobalt, and navy blues, with a hint of silver and yellow shadows as well. It comes with 4 creamy matte shades and 5 duochrome shimmers. Okay, that is it for the review and swatches. If you guys want to see a tutorial using the Sapphire palette, then just keep watching. Right now I'm taking a Sigma E35 brush and dipping into this light aqua blue shade. Using that aqua blue shade, I'm going to use a sweeping motion to add it to the crease of my eye. I'm also going to bring the shadow a little above the crease and onto the brow bone. So you're going to want to take a little bit of product each time and just build up that color and make sure to blend it out. Like I said before, it's easier to build product rather than take it away. Now I'm taking a Sigma E39 brush to buff out any harsh edges. Trust me guys, if you do not have this brush in your life, you need it. It's seriously a miracle worker. You barely have to touch the shadow and it blends it out super easily. I'm taking a clean Sigma E25 brush and using this kind of cobalt blue shade. I'm going to do the exact same thing I did before onto the crease and on the brow bone, but this time don't bring it all the way up like you did with the aqua blue shade. We want it to be a little bit below so that they're not completely blended together. We want kind of like a nice ombre effect between the two shadows. Using that same Sigma E39 buffer brush, we're just going to blend out any harsh lines from that cobalt blue shade. I don't know if you guys have heard of these before, but it's called a shadow switching pan. I got this from Ulta Beauty, and basically it's used to clean off shadows in between while you're doing your makeup, so you don't have to actually get the brush wet. It cleans off most of the product and leaves you with a semi-clean brush. Now I'm taking this dark navy blue shade and I'm just going to go over my crease again where I put that last cobalt blue kind of color because it just wasn't as dark as I wanted it. Using a windshield wiper motion, just keep going over and blend it all out. Using a clean Sigma F63 brush, I'm going to go over that dark navy blue shade and just buff out any harsh edges. Taking that same dark navy blue shade, I'm using a light tapping motion to add it to the outer corner of my eye. It's okay if you bring the shadow in further because I'm going to use a Morphe B19 brush and a KKW concealer to carve out the crease of my eye. To figure out where I need to carve the crease in my eye, I'm applying the concealer to my lash line. I'm then going to look up and it's going to tell me where I should carve it out. Make sure you don't get it on your lashes because it can create little dots. A clean spoolie from a brow brush can fix that though. Now I'm just going over the outer corner again to diffuse any harsh lines from the concealer. Using a Sigma E46 brush in this turquoise shimmer shade, I'm going to apply it to my lid. I do recommend getting the brush wet or using your finger to apply the shimmer shade because it applies much better that way. I'm doing this off camera, but I'm using the Fenty Beauty eyeliner to create a winged eye. And now I'm using DHC's olive oil Q-tips to clean up under the eyeliner and under the eye where there's any glitter or eyeshadow. Now I'm going to use Huda Beauty's Jade lashes and apply them to my eyes. I'm not sure what this tool is called, but it's really useful for pushing the false lashes and your real lashes together. For the sake of time, I'm going to do the rest of my makeup off camera. Using that same aqua blue shade from the beginning and a Morphe M507 brush, I'm going to apply it to under my lower lash line. Using a Sigma E15 flat definer brush and that dark navy blue shade, I'm going to apply it tightly to my lower lash line. Using Ardency Inn's black eyeliner, I'm going to apply it to my upper and lower waterlines. Taking a Sigma E30 brush and going into the silver shade from the palette, I'm going to apply it to the inner corners of my eye. Taking MAC's Gigablack Lash Mascara, I'm going to use it to apply to my lower lashes. This is my favorite mascara for lower lashes because it's super small and it makes them look really long. Okay guys, that's it for today. I hope you liked the tutorial and my review on the new Huda Beauty Precious Stone palettes. If you guys have any requests for future tutorials or future videos, just let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. Please do not feel shy to press that subscribe button. If you liked what you see, I'd appreciate to have you. Honestly, I dare you to press it. You can also check out my other platforms. I have Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'll put those somewhere down here. And I'll see you later. Bye.